Namaste everyone, this is Nishcha and welcome to our channel 5 Reality. So today I'm going to give you some examples so that you understand who are the clients and who are the customers. So if you haven't watched my previous video, go and check it out. I have explained the duties of care and all the duties which real estate salesperson owe to the customer and client, and the relationship between customer and client with the agent, which is brokerage. I have explained all those things in my previous videos, so you could understand this video better. So let's go through the example. Okay, let's take an example. There is a seller whose name is Ashley, and she wanted to sell her house, and she wanted a real estate salesperson help for listing her home and selling her home. So she becomes my client, and I owed her all the obligations, which is full duty of care, which is general obligations, regulatory obligations, and fiduciary duties. And I have to work as a best interest of my client Ashley. So she becomes my client and she signs the seller representation agreement. Okay, so that's the first example. Let's go for the second example. So let's suppose there is a buyer who called to my agency, which is 5 Reality, and he wanted to buy the condominium or a semi-detached home, freehold home. So he calls in my agency and he tells, like, I am moving to this area. Let's suppose he's moving to Mississauga from Vancouver, and because he changed his job and he wanted to buy a condominium or semi-detached home. And I spoke to him and I narrowed down all the necessary things for his purchase. And I usually, if I tell him that I will work on the best interest of your requirement, so that becomes an client relationship. Okay, that is implied relationship. There is no written document available, but I already explained them what are my duties towards you as a real estate salesperson, what are my duties towards the buyer, you, and I will act as a best interest of you all the time. So if you mention, like, he wanted to buy the property as soon as possible, so because he wanted to move in Mississauga, so I have to keep those things secret because he is my client and I'm obligated to him. So I have to keep those things in secret and I have to search the property accordingly. So that's the implied relationship. But I highly disrecommend those relationships. Even those relationships are not recommended by the college. So always go for return agreement. So in any case, if something goes wrong, you have something in return that you can show to the responsible parties and you can do something from that. Okay, that's the second example. Let's go. There is a person who wanted to sell their property. So if he is my client and he wanted to sell his property. Let's suppose Mr. John wants to sell his property. So I conduct an open house on Sunday, and Miss Ashley came to see the home, and she was asking me few things about the home and the zoning bylaws and the school and the new development surrounding the area. So I answered her honestly, and I answered her all the questions, whatever I know. And if I don't know anything, I can tell her that I don't know these things. You can find this information from city of Mississauga or from anywhere related to the question. So in this case, I already told her I am representing a seller client. That's why I'm conducting the open house. I'm representing the client. But you ask me few things, so you becomes my customer. So I am obligated to answer her honestly, and I answer her honestly, so she becomes my customer. So in this example, I have a client who wants to sell his home, and I have a customer who wanted to buy the home, but she just wanted to inquire a few things, or she wanted to in some cases, mostly when people come to see the home in open house, if they like the real estate salesperson, they inquire more in the future purchases because they wanted to buy the home. So those people becomes customer. But if they wanted to become a client, they can always tell the real estate salesperson, and they can sign the appropriate forms from ORIA. Okay, so that's the client and customer. Customer, usually they sign the seller customer service agreement or buyer customer service agreement, because in some cases seller wants you as a salesperson, but they don't want all the services from you. They just want few services. So they can sign seller customer service agreement. Or there is a buyer who want your just few advice. They are very knowledgeable in real estate industries. They have been purchased properties in the past. They have been purchased 5, 6, 7, 8 properties. So they know already so many things. But in case they just need few services from you, so they can sign a buyer customer service agreement. Okay, that's that. And so okay, let's suppose Miss Ashley, she is my client. She wanted to buy a house, and we figure out what are the base criteria for her, what are the base possible house for her, and we narrow down few homes. But there is a home which is sold by owner. There is no agency or no brokerage representing that home, or that home is not available in MLS or realtor.ca, and it's just there is a signboard on the home. The home is for sale by owner. So as my client Ashley likes that home, I have to go to that seller, and I have to tell them my client want to see the home. So if he agrees, I have to tell him that Ashley is my client and she is a buyer, and we can make a seller customer service agreement, so that we have also developed a relationship with the seller, and I owe few duties, which is as a real estate salesperson I owe to the customer, and I owe full duty of care to my client Ashley. And that's how I can figure out a few other things too in my my brokerage, which is Fighting Reality. So yeah, that's the example. There are so many things can happen. Those are mostly happen in day-to-day life. That's why I gave those examples. But yeah, if you need any help with this, let me know. I'll be happy to help you. Just comment below and I can answer you there, or you can follow me on Instagram. I will put my ID here, and you can DM me, or you can send your voice message there. I'm happy to help you. If you need any help, just let me know. All right, bye bye.